Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Soccer Showdown. But this time, Serie A Milan Derby recap. Martino Puccio, Gio Cozzolino with me here. So, obviously, we didn't pick a draw for the Derby this past weekend because we don't do draws. Draws are boring. Got to pick a winner. Always like to pick a winner. We both picked Milan to win. Obviously, it ended up in a draw, 2-2 draw. Inter was ahead 2-0 in the second half. Milan came back in the 83rd and 97th minute to tie the game. To start off, Milan was playing pretty well in the first half before any of the goals happened. They had some chances in the box. They just couldn't convert. Baca continues to struggle for the whole season. I mean, he's put goals in the net, but he's just not the same kind of finisher he was last year. I think he had like a 50% conversion rate. He scored every 2 shots last year.
He was a lot better last year,
which was incredible. Sure. But yeah, he's not as clinical this season. Obviously, it made Milan pay. Gagliardini sent an incredible ball into the box to get to Candreva, and he had a great finish as well. He scored again in the Derby like he did last fall. It was in November, maybe. I think it might have been when the Derby happened. Put them ahead 1-0, and then Icardi got loose in the box later in the second half and put Inter up 2-0. And then the second half happened, and then you can go ahead with that.
The two goals for Inter, honestly, I mean, I'll be honest, I just watched the highlights a few minutes ago. Mm-hmm. I mean, I wasn't able to get up at 6:30 in the morning. That was just crazy. But nonetheless, I saw extended highlights, and the two goals. The first one, I wouldn't say it's too much of a defensive lapse. It was like you said, it was a great ball, great finish, and like Donnarumma couldn't really come out there because it's too close to the post. So hey, whatever. It's the first goal. The second goal was definitely a big no-no. Defensive lapse, big time. I don't remember who the center back or who the defender was, but Icardi was literally
it's more of a modern,
freely open.
Yeah, it's more of a modern football problem. And if you listen to Grant Wall's podcast when Maldini was on it, and I don't know, did you ever listen to it or you just like tagged me?
No, I tagged you and I saw
I listened to
right
it
away. I caught a few minutes, but I didn't.
Well, anyways, like his point was that sometimes defenders score goals more often than they did back in the day, and they kind of lose track of what their job is. And a lot of the time you see it happen. Players like Messi, Ronaldo, even in this case Icardi, they get lost in the box. These are some of the best strikers, best forwards in the world. They're loose in the box. Some of the defenders don't turn their head. They don't think that like players like Icardi is going to make a far post run and tap it in. How do you not know that? How do you not think to look for one of the most dangerous poachers in the box in the whole sport is beyond me. But they came back again like they did multiple times this past season. And they came back and then I believe the first goal was Romagnoli in the 83rd minute. It was after a few subs. Montella brought on Ocampos, which was a strange substitution. He took off Calabria. Then he put on Locatelli and Lapadula, and Lapadula's been their best sub all season. Every time he's came on, he's made something happen. Locatelli did a great job, obviously winning the ball. You didn't get a chance to see that once he was like on the ground. He had the ball, he picked it up with his feet, and he moved it over with his feet just to get past the guy. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was incredible to watch. And then obviously Inter was time wasting after they had 5 minutes in stoppage time. And then Suso, I believe, he assisted both goals. He actually leads Serie A in assists. I had no idea.
Oh, really?
And he's missed a few games, too. I think it's pretty impressive for, the team he's on and the lack of finishers they have. So then he scores. Zapata scores a goal that just hit the crossbar, went underneath. Goal line technology.
Yeah, I thought both goals were really good, honestly. I thought the build-up play were good. Yeah, like you were saying before, the center back scored. Romagnoli's goal, both actually were really good finishes, so I can't pick one or the other, but Romagnoli did a really good job of, like you said, stabbing at it. It was kind of like, he just throws up his leg, but hey, it went right into the near post.
It's what you're taught. Just get a shot off.
Get a deflection, make it go, just get something on net.
Mm-hmm.
Zapata's goal, I was hearing this story all weekend long because I had missed a match, so I'm hearing goal line technology, all these things, and I just saw it, and honestly, it was actually kind of an acrobatic finish. He's kind of just dove in midair
because I originally thought when I first saw it, he headed the ball into the goal.
Yeah,
but
that's what I had been hearing.
You
too,
look at the replay again. He actually gets up really high up and kind of like to this level with his left foot and hits it and clips the crossbar at a perfect angle that the ball goes in.
That's when you know it's perfectly placed because you hit the crossbar, goes in. That's a perfect shot.
Yep.
So I mean, like I said from the highlights, I think Milan for a 2-2 draw, for even being down 2-0, they played a lot better than the score will show. Because if even for like someone like me who didn't watch the game, you saw the game, but if someone who's watching or just looking on an app, they see that they were down 2-0, they're like, oh, they played trash in the first half. But it's not the case. Honestly, they had chances. Chances that they didn't finish, like you said. Vaca struggling up front. They hit the post in the first half, or whatever it was, even if it was Handanovic's save, it was really close. Deulofeu continues to be really productive for the team, and that's why there's talks of, is Barcelona going to buy him again from Everton?
They're going to take him back.
I think they are going to inquire about him because he's been really, really good, and he's still young.
It's a buyback option. It's for fans. It's similar to what Juve and Real Madrid had with Morata. So it's basically
Juve actually still have one for Coman too. If you remember Kingsley Coman,
they
might actually have to.
Bayern.
They're getting back because Bayern might not actually. Bayern might not actually buy him. Yeah, they want to keep him, but they signed another winger. So anyway.
Yeah, I know, but that's besides the point. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Deulofeu's been really productive. Hey, I mean, for what Milan is right now, I think it was a good game.
Against a team, like I said too, they spend a lot of money Inter, and they maintain their lead ahead of them for the Europa League. This really cripples Inter, but there's a week we'll talk about it in the Serie A recap video. But there were other teams that drew, so they didn't really lose any ground in the standings as well.
Yeah, that's why both teams are lucky with the draw because other teams around them failed and only got a point. But can you imagine? Obviously for you want Milan to win. Can you imagine if one of these teams won? It'd be a huge result.
I think it would have almost guaranteed Milan a spot.
It would have definitely improved their chances because Atalanta has all these teams actually have some tough games still down the road.
They have to play Juve soon, Atalanta. I think the more a team like Atalanta, the more the season progresses, the more it's going to wane on some of their younger players.
They're still inexperienced, even though they've been good. They've been a huge surprise, absolutely, don't get me wrong. Down the line, it's like last year's Sassuolo. Don't forget Sassuolo had a really good year last year, and then they finished they finished European football. Yeah. But it's too heavy. There's way too much pressure on inexperienced players.
Yep. Okay. So that'll wrap it up for that. Milan Inter draw 2-2. 2 draws this year in the Milan derby.
It's still entertaining. So.
It's still two very entertaining games. They'll always be entertaining. Rivalry games will always be that way. Like we said, we're gonna do a Serie A recap video here. Chinese Milan now, the whole city.
Yeah, we'll do one on that too.
We'll talk about that soon. I'm Martino Puccio, Gio Cozzolino. Check us out on soccershowdown.net. See you next time.